Now, a story about a boy named Ziggy who lives on the island country of Jamaica. He worries about a lot of things, but he's gonna learn that every little thing is gonna be all right. Yeah, you know today. That's in today's Arts Beat with host Ryan J. We're featuring a music perfect for families.
That's right, Tiffany. First Stage's current production is Three Little Birds, a folk tale adapted from the popular children's book by Cedella Marley, featuring songs by her father, the legendary Bob Marley. And I'm thrilled to introduce you to the director, Samantha Montgomery, along with James Carrington, who plays the villain and other roles. Welcome to the Morning Blend.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Good to see you guys. You know, I just saw this show the last weekend and really enjoyed it. Samantha, what's the basic premise?
The basic premise is about a young person that is overcoming fear and anxiety because of an event that happened to them. And so he's taking his journey, and all the other characters are trying to motivate him to overcome his fear and to step out and enjoy the adventures of life.
I love how it's all in the family, the Marley family. It's in the blood and in the music there. The music obviously is not in the book from which it's adapted, Three Little Birds, but there are some other changes. What are the other changes in adaptation from page to stage?
Well, we have the character Duppy, and also we learn a little bit more about Ziggy and his family. We learn some coping strategies in the piece. And so those are some of the things that we see is different, is the story, and also just the journey that is taking place in the young boy's life. So those are some of the differences that we see that's not in the book, because the book is mainly centered around the song Three Little Birds.
And you mentioned the character Duppy, who is brought to life by James so well. And James, I have to tell you, you do a villain really well, because
Thank you.
You did everything right. He was scary.
That's right.
At the right times. In addition to Duppy, who else do you play, and which role is your favorite?
I also play a villager in the beginning and the end, and I play Grandfather Spanish Bird, which shows up to teach children and people about the history of Jamaica. My favorite is Duppy, hands down. I love playing a villain. I love scaring people. A little girl screamed the other day when I entered, and I said, yes, more. Which is something so exciting about just letting your inhibitions go. I love it.
And you know you're doing something right, absolutely.
That's
that way. Samantha, what are some of the songs that we see in the show?
We see Jammin', we see I Shot the Sheriff, Naturalistic, and
One Love.
One Love, yes.
Is This Love? I was like, every time a song would come out, I was like, you recognize it. Even the songs that you don't think you know that you recognize. If you're a casual fan of Bob Marley, they're so steeped in our culture. You know these songs, and it's so fun to see them brought fresh and new. As the director, what is the most inspiring aspect of working on this? Because First Stage is so terrific at including children in all their productions.
Yeah. Well, first of all, working with the young people is awesome, but also the collaboration with all of the other adult actors in the room, with the young people, the collaboration with scenic and sound and the costume designers, all of that to help shape and tell the story. That's what I find to be the most rewarding thing, is working together as a solid unit. That community aspect of it is what I really enjoy.
And James, you're a very popular local performer. I've seen you on stage, a lot of different companies here. At First Stage, it's unique because at the Todd Ware Theater, Marcus Center, it's sort of like a theater in the round, almost.
Almost.
We've got that back wall, but what's the experience like, bringing shows to life on that stage?
It's so exciting because it's so intimate, and that's what I love about working at First Stage. The kids and the adults are right there with you. We are telling the story together. They feel involved, they feel excited, they feel scared, and I love just looking up. You're not supposed to look at the audience, but sometimes when I do just casually glance and I just see kids leaning forward, the other day a kid was dancing, that's what's so exciting about the Todd Ware.
And there's a really great theme. I got out of it, overcoming anxiety, working against your fears, and the reward of that. What message do you want audiences to take away from the show?
That they can find the bravery within, that even when you are struggling, you can find a way to make it. And also realize that fear doesn't mean you're not brave. That sometimes we can still have that feeling of fear and yet still be brave.
There's the right time to be afraid, right?
Yes.
And James, you guys do the talkbacks after the show. This is something that's so great because it's a chance for kids, especially, to ask questions they have if they're curious about how something is accomplished, to kind of peel back the curtain and reveal how effects are done or whatever. Do you have any stories that you can share about some great questions during the talkbacks?
Yes, the thing I love about First Stage and the talkbacks, kids want to know how things work. That's the number one. They say, how does that set move? How does the wig work? And so we get a lot of questions about that. A kid is very confused that I played 3 different people. I guess I just transformed completely. But a kid said, who played Duppy? And I just walked out and said it was me. And they were just shocked that I played Duppy. So I just love seeing kids' minds light up saying, how did it work? How did you move that? How does that costume work? I love that.
I love that too. And only just about 70 minutes, right? I mean, the first act was about, just over a half hour, then you've got a nice intermission. It's so great for kids, especially. I mean, I was there enjoying it just as an adult. What ages is it really recommended for?
Ages 3 and up is completely for everybody in the family.
I love it. It's terrific. You guys, thank you so much, Samantha and James, Three Little Birds. It's just wonderful. Bob Marley's Three Little Birds, presented by First Stage, runs now through May 21st at the Marcus Center's Todd Ware Theater, and there's going to be a Pay What You Choose performance happening tonight at 7 p.m. Tickets for that are available on a first-come, first-served basis with a minimum suggested price of $5 per person. Doors open at 6, and patrons are encouraged to arrive early tonight for that. Tickets may also be reserved in advance by phone at 414-267-2961. Regular ticket prices for the rest of the run start at just $18. They can be purchased in person at the box office, or that's on North Water Street, or online at firststage.org.